This video is brought to you by Empower, which brings you business power for your fitness industry. Use the code ROCAS upon registration to receive a special discount.
I mean, you definitely saw the Aikido versus MMA video. So do you think it was a failure of the art or a failure of an individual?
It's showing how the training methodology needs adjusting, adapting and updating. There's a lot of good stuff in every martial art. It just has to be made realistic. And if there hasn't been live training over the years with real sparring, then the realness contained in each martial art is going to get lost and watered down more and more and more. And it's a sad state of affairs, but it's one that can be fixed. And it's I think you did a great job putting that video out. A lot of people, they're turning a blind eye to that kind of whole side of martial arts. They would rather keep their head buried in the sand, keep imagining that what they do is real, and they don't want to go out and test themselves against people from different martial arts because they're scared of losing. So what you did was really good. That's why I got in touch. I was pleased what you did. It's going to help educate and enlighten a lot of people. And a lot of people out there studying the different individual traditional martial arts have a real deep desire to become better martial artists. So that's you're contributing to that, so I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Well, I was surprised by how people accepted it, because I thought people will, they will say, "Oh, you suck," and that's it. But I'm happy that the support came through. So.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people in this world. You can't please all of them all of the time. But as I said, I believe there's a large chunk of people out there training the traditional martial arts that really want to make their style more effective and learn how to use it and make it work against people from different martial arts. There's a saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That means you don't need to completely discard all of your Aikido training, because a lot of it is good. As you've talked about before, it helps you live your life in a certain way and bring balance and peace and keep you healthy, okay? And that's a lot of the stuff which the MMA side is missing. So you want to keep that, but you also need to be training with people who know how to punch, who are actually trying to punch you. And it doesn't mean you've got to jump straight into the ring and start getting hit in the head, but you build slow, you gradually get it up, repetition, 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 getting used to having those punches come at you so you understand the distance, the timing, the speed, and different ways to react. And then, right, like the way you learn anything, you start at the bottom and you gradually build.
So when you're teaching the seminars, you're connecting internal martial arts with, I see, modern martial arts, if that's...
Yeah, so what I do is, because I've done the UFC fighting from MMA and now I specialize in Tai Chi, I'm joining both worlds together. They both have a lot that they can learn from each other. The MMA guys, they're unhealthy, they may be fit and strong, but when they reach 30, 35, their bodies are damaged, they're burnt out, and they have to stop training, and then they stop learning. Okay, everything's very yang. There's not much balance to it. Right. On the other hand, the internal guys, it's not realistic. There's big chunks of their training that's missing. So I like to bring best of both worlds, bring it all together.
Do you see? I mean, in terms of the Aikido you saw or you had some touch with, Tai Chi and Aikido, do you feel there's some relationship there, or?
Yeah, there's a relationship. They're both, for me, considered internal martial arts. It's about balance, it's about a way of life, it's about efficiency, it's about non-resistance. So, these are principles which extend outside of the dojo and help us live a more peaceful life.
Right, great. And definitely, and you see that internal traditional martial arts can transform, or what's your perspective on the whole picture? I mean, where Aikido is going?
In my opinion, MMA is still a relatively new sport. Every year it's evolving, and before long you're going to have more and more people turning to the internal martial arts to deepen their understanding of the martial arts, to help them have a longer career, healthier career, right. Because you can continuously increase your skill level. As long as your body's still working, you can keep getting better and better, in my opinion. And you should be peaking maybe around the age of 40 instead of, currently it's about 25. So it's going to extend people's career a lot longer and help them bring more balance to their everyday life, not just what's going on in the gym.
Right. That sounds really, really nice. Really cool. Really cool.